Hello, and welcome to another episode of 5 Minutes with Freed. I'm your host, Michael Freed. I'm a litigation partner in the matrimonial and family law firm of Berkman, Botker, Newman, and Shine, with offices in New York City, Westchester, and Long Island. And today, my special guest is Alec Borenstein of Pashman, Stein, Walder, and Hayden. So, Alec, welcome to 5 Minutes with Freed.
Thank you for having me.
Sure. So, Alec, tell us, what is Pashman, Stein, Walder, Hayden, PC, and what's your role in the firm?
Pashman Stein is mostly a full service law firm servicing clients in New York and New Jersey. They have offices two in Jersey. They have a couple in New York City, New York and New York City, and one office in Delaware at this point. And they have all different practice areas. They have a lot of commercial litigation, family law. They're actually very heavy in the cannabis space also. So it's a growing firm. I am personally in the trust and estates practice, so I'm a counsel in the trust and estates group at the firm. And yeah, those are mostly the practice areas.
Okay. So, Alec, you know that I'm a matrimonial and family law attorney. When would my clients most often require your services?
I feel like our practice areas actually are very much linked, because to the extent that someone is in the middle of getting a divorce, or they just got a divorce, or they're in a different stage of life, they need a new will. They need a new will all the time. They also need to update their beneficiary forms. That's probably the number one thing they need to do, is update their beneficiary forms. And so I work together with clients, especially clients who have been recently divorced, to help them navigate that process.
Okay. And what are the challenges that you face in your area of work?
So, the truth is, nobody likes talking about death. And my job is to talk about death, not just death, but money and taxes, which are really the top topics for people to be thinking about. So my challenge is really just engaging people in the conversation. It's really important to have the conversation. So many times, because these are topics about death, people don't want to talk about it at all, and so they put it off, and then God forbid something happens and their family is living a mess. So I find it hard to engage people in the conversation, but once they do it, they feel comfortable, they're ready to talk about it, and it's always better for their family members in the end.
Absolutely. So, Alec, tell us, what's the best way for a prospective client or other professional like myself to contact you?
The best way is probably to call me. I'm going to give you my cell phone number, if that's okay. It's a 973-735-7941. That's my cell phone. A lot of people like texting or calling. You can also email me at aborenstein@pashmanstein.com. That's aborenstein@pashmanstein.com. Those are usually the best ways, and I'm pretty accessible, so they can reach me.
Perfect. So now, Alec Borenstein, we have now come to the most important part of our show, and that happens to be the question of the week. So, Alec Borenstein, this is your question of the week. What language would you like to learn if you could speak some other language besides English, and why?
Some other language. So the answer, I think, for me would be Spanish. It has to be Spanish. I visit my parents in Miami Beach, and I literally have no idea what anybody's saying to me. And so I would, I'm an estate planner. So for me, my entire profession, as attorneys, it's all about communication. So when I can't communicate with people, it becomes very difficult. And when I find myself in Miami Beach, I can't communicate with anybody. So I think Spanish is probably the number one language I'd like to learn.
I have to tell you, that is a great answer. And Alec Borenstein, you have said it all. You are helping people plan for the future one day at a time. And I want to thank you for being a wonderful guest on 5 Minutes with Freed.
Thank you for having me.